Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 5?
Episode 5.
Episode 5 of Shootin' the Shit.
What's up, my diggers?
Don't.
That's what we're going to call our fans now.
We are not calling him that.
What, the diggers?
Then stop.
How about diggers?
No.
Diggers.
Nothing.
Dude, I mean, come on. You got to admit that's pretty good.
No.
I mean, we got to call our fans something if we ever get them.
No, the shitters? I don't know.
What? Diggers is pretty good, in my opinion.
Where did that come from?
It's something that I thought about, I don't know, probably before last podcast.
Oh my god.
Episode 3.
So what does that mean other than what I know like the
like,
joke is?
Yeah, it's just that. that's the only. It's like, yeah, they dig our content. So there are diggers.
I hate you so much. We're not talking about this anymore. All right, so
okay, yeah, we're not talking about it because that's just the thing now.
No,
it's just the status quo.
No,
we don't even need to talk about it anymore. We don't need any more discussion on the matter. That's what.
It's not what any of you are called. No. Okay. So we saw Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, we did.
Not together. Well, we usually do is as you've seen, if you're one of the four people who subscribed. We usually get together, we watch a movie, and then immediately record on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of them, and I'm pretty sure you're another one.
Yes, actually.
But if you're the two, so one of the two guys watching this.
Yeah, consistent.
Two people. I want to be inclusive.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Anyways, yeah, usually we watch it together, and then we talk about it, but this time we both saw Thor Ragnarok independently. Who'd you see it with?
I saw it with my mom.
Oh, that's great. I saw it with...
After she came back from a funeral.
Oh, well...
And we sat next to other people who were at that funeral.
Is that what's up? What are you serious?
I'm not fucking lying. That happened.
Just post funeral activity.
Well, I mean, it wasn't anybody we knew that well.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I thought about mentioning it, but I was like, nah, that'd be kind of weird. And my mom was like, oh, hey, you want to go to a movie after?
Like in the middle of the funeral?
Oh no, I wasn't. I didn't even go to the funeral.
Oh, okay.
Oh. She went and she was like, hey, you want to go to a movie afterwards? I was like, sure.
And he's just like, you didn't say like, weren't you just at a funeral?
No, I knew, and that's why I didn't ask. Cause I thought it would be mean, but she's like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Oh my god, you think you were there like just looking at her? She's eating popcorn. She's like, man, this is so much better than the thing we were doing before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw it with my friend. We went really late. We actually rushed, but it was before we get into it. I wanted to bring something up that I saw on Facebook today that bugged me slightly. Okay, so you know how like on Facebook you'll find those videos that are like subtitled and like it's edited very like specifically to be on the Facebook, and it'll be like social like experiments kind of stuff. Like we gave this guy a camera. See what happened when he walked around a volcano, or I don't know, like something stupid.
Yeah, like you won't believe liberals. You won't believe Republicans. You won't believe either side.
Yeah, it's weird. So I saw one, and it was one where there was a group of kids. And they were bullying another kid in a Burger King. All the while, employees of the Burger King were fucking punching the burgers before they served them. So they were observing how many people would stand up to the bullying of the kids compared to how many of them stand up to the bullying of the burger. So they're like... like only 12% of the people who attended stood up for the kid, but 90-something% complained about their burger.
Well, to be fair, isn't that a little? Wouldn't that be a little suspect? Like if your kid was just hanging out with some random person who was like, "Hey, you leave that kid alone." It's like, what do you want to do with my fucking kid?
I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, people care more about novelty shit than they do real shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't their kid. Like there was. And I paid money for that burger.
Dude, again, if it's your kid, you gotta handle that shit. Yeah. Like, where's the fucking parent? And even then, I feel like it's an unwritten rule that you can't tell other parents how to parent.
Yeah.
So you can't, especially if you don't have kids.
It was a weird thing. I left it like, all right, that's a little dumb. Because, like, of course, you're like, if your burger was literally fucking, like, clearly punched and served to you, like, that kid getting bullying, like, yeah, help a kid in need. Like, yes. But, like, you know, it's not my problem.
I'm not fucking... I was going to say I'm not a teacher. Like, when I become a teacher, I'll definitely handle that situation accordingly.
But I paid money for this burger, all right? Like, I get... Like, it is technically not my job to take care of that bullied kid.
Yeah, where's that kid's parents? I mean, they're at a fucking Burger King.
They
have to be supervised.
I think they were teenagers. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking of like a little kid.
No, I'm sorry. They were teenagers. No, fuck them. No, that's not. It's not. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Speaking of the movie industry, there's so much sexual harassment.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel the need to take it there.
Well, I mean, dude, it's fucked up.
It's
Oh, yeah, on a lighter note, I want to talk about something that I think is very dumb.
What?
So there's been this ad going on online of League of Legends. Like, okay, let's get this straight.
Okay.
You are a noob.
Oh.
Being a noob sucks.
Okay.
But you can't get better if you don't start at the bottom. You're never going to be this bad again, so keep playing League of Legends.
Okay.
And I'm just like, League of Legends is a very fucking toxic community who hate noobs. So, like, you can't just fucking come out and be like, yo, this doesn't happen.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It was all like, hey, all you gotta do is play the game and get better. And you get on there like, I'll fucking kill your family
Like,
if you don't play this game
fucking
right.
cuck.
Oh my god.
It's like, I'm not even buried.
Okay.
Feel free to cut all of this.
No, I mean, it's fine. I think that was only 6 minutes. It's not bad.
It's
Like,
just a preface
like if you made
to
it
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, through Ragnarok, just kind of like, it's been a while. We haven't talked in a while.
Yeah.
What should we talk about? Friday. Very briefly.
It's Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, anyway, Thor Ragnarok. When you decide, let me give a little preamble to this.
Mm.
It's just that when you decide to talk about movies in any way publicly, whether it be reviews or podcasts here or any kind, you kind of have to wonder, like, when are you just an asshole?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's been no greater time I felt like an asshole when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
When I was in a theater full of people laughing and then having a great time at such a shitty movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was the only one in that theater not losing my mind, and I felt awful about it because God was I not enjoying myself throughout any of this. And I genuinely want to say it's my least favorite Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's so like not good, and and the reviews are stellar.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone only has nice things to say. I don't see it, man.
Yeah, and it is the weird thing because the first time, usually we have like a sort of general agreement, and I do agree that it's a bad movie, but I enjoyed myself probably way more than I should have.
I feel it. Well, because it was trying so hard to be funny. It was constant. It was constant.
Like, there was a lot of problems with this movie, and I think the best way that the only reason I liked it so much because it was with my mom was like, okay, this is just a one-time thing, and you know what? For a one-time movie, it was good. Like, for one theater experience.
Yeah, okay.
But when I thought about it after I left, like, okay, yeah, I would never watch this again because it would ruin my enjoyment of that moment.
Yeah, I was having a good time with my mom. It was great. Yeah, maybe it's because I also went to go see it. It was like I mean,
it's a lot funnier than what we did previously.
That's true. Yeah. which.
Well, I didn't go to the funeral, so.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how fun that was.
Yeah,
actually, my mom actually mentioned that there was a lot of funny stuff going on.
Oh well, good for that funeral. I don't. This is horrible. Anyway, okay, so I guess my main it was kind of a crippled movie from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because like at this point, I'm getting a little like Marvel's humor is starting to get stale for me. And because they only really have one joke in that, okay, let's establish a very serious tone and then undercut it. They do that all the time.
Yeah.
But Thor Ragnarok never established a serious tone.
Mm-hmm.
It from the beginning, Thor was like, "Look at me, I'm chained up in a cage." Ha 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 ha. And it's like there was never a sense of danger, especially since the big bad, the thing the movie was named after, he distinguished immediately.
Oh yeah, he wasn't in it for the majority of this movie.
Yeah, I
fucking hate when that. That's why I hated Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Because they established the thing at the beginning, fucking has no relevance on the story whatsoever, and then just brings it back around.
Yeah, that was definitely. I mean, because if Wonder Woman would have stuck with the theme and that there's no one big bad and Ares never showed up, it would have been fine. But they fucked that up. And okay, see, that's a different because I think we're kind of flipped on the way we feel about Wonder Woman.
I have Thor Ragnarok higher than Wonder Woman.
You make me sick. Like,
I don't like either of these movies.
Oh, dude, but
we should do a debate like
Thor versus Wonder Woman. Like, because like Wonder Woman originally was the first Thor. Like, it was essentially the same thing of like, you're from a much more medieval style place. You are now in modern times, but much less so because Wonder Woman takes place in World War One, versus Thor that took. When was Thor? 2013, 12?
Probably
something like that. Modern times, basically. So that's kind of like that's another thing that kind of crippled Thor for me is that Thor has never really been his own character.
Oh yeah.
Because Thor from the I didn't see Dark World.
Dark World wasn't good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because apparently, because I went to see this movie without having seen Dark World or Doctor Strange, for the record.
If any, that makes it better for you. Because I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the part. Yeah, there's a part at the end of Thor: The Dark World where Loki becomes king through shady shit.
Yes.
And like that was the end credit scene for that movie. Of he pops up, like he talks to Thor as their father, and then boom, he's Loki, and you're thinking, oh my god, this is crazy. Where is this going? And then this movie, it fucking goes nowhere. He's just chilling out.
Yeah.
Raped and shit. I was like, why is this bad?
Yeah, like I was wondering, like, he just put on, like, sure there was a little bit of a propaganda play, but Asgard seemed fine. Like, there was nothing wrong with Asgard. And, oh, dude, that entire first act was just so fucking rushed. It was constantly like...
And again, the same thing with fucking Doctor Strange. At the end, it hints like, oh my god, there's gonna be a Thor / Doctor Strange movie, or in the next movie, like, they're gonna team up, and then just...
Like
5 minutes of bullshit.
Doctor Strange was a plot device, essentially, like a useless one.
Yeah.
Because all they had to do was make Loki know where he was. Doctor Strange, like, there was really no reason. There was no payoff for Doctor Strange. He was in there just for the sake of it. Like, it may be like, I can help you find your father. That would have been.
You know, Idris Elba. I can't say his name. The black guy.
Idris Elba. Yes, he is great. Well,
like all they could have done, like, yo, let's go find this guy. He can tell us where our dad is.
Again.
Boom.
Like,
you just cut out a pointless scene from the movie.
Oh my god, yeah, like, that entire Doctor Strange, he was like, is that, like, Doctor Strange, is that what the Doctor Strange movie was like? Because it seems annoying.
He was kind of annoying.
Yeah, like, just, like, the whole segment with him in it where they were, like, switching up. Like, okay, you already seem too powerful as it is when, like, Thor, the god of thunder, can't keep up with your annoying shit. Like, you're, like, so, like, if this is what the whole Doctor Strange movie
the comedy in Doctor Strange was probably the worst aspect of it. I think most people talk about Doctor Strange, they talk about, like, the special effects.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix. I need to see it.
I don't know. I think at that point I was already starting to feel burnt out of Marvel movies. So I didn't even fucking care.
Especially, that's one of the characters I definitely care about the least. I haven't even heard of it. When I hear Doctor Strange, I think of the Batman villain.
I think of Doctor Who because that's a very strange doctor.
Why?
I just told you. Doctor Who is a strange doctor.
Is he?
So that's sort of... Oh, you don't know... Oh, you asked me why he's strange.
No, I know. I'm asking you why you made such a dumb joke. That's what I'm asking you. Oh my god, that is so dumb. So yeah,
I can't believe Doctor Who fucking ripped off Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh Jesus. Oh my god. So yeah, like okay, so I learned, like, I'm sitting next to my friend who has seen Dark World.
Oh.
And, like, so Loki is here, like, suddenly that's a big deal, and then Strange, and they find the father, and the father fucking dies.
Oh, yeah.
And I ask him, like, what happened in Dark World? And I'm like, oh, well, Loki died in that one. And I'm like, so they just brought him back like a fucking joke just now?
He didn't die.
Did he die?
No. Well, my problem with Dark World is that Loki kind of kept using his power, like, the exact same way over and over again, which is, oh, hey, I'm really here. Psych. I'm actually... So by the time the ending rolled around when he died, quote-unquote died, it's like, oh, this is obviously psych.
Yeah.
And at the end, it's like, oh, yeah, he's pretending to be the king now with his shapeshifting.
Which ended up being... Like, dude, they... Like, the issues with the dad, Loki being alive, like, Loki was probably the worst thing about this movie. Like, everything was bad about this movie, but then, like,
well, not everything. Okay, I mean, if you want to point out one good thing, is that that specific planet that they go to later, it looked nice.
I mean, okay, it did look cool.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna be that asshole. Like, look at it,
yeah,
acknowledge it.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying,
we'll get to that planet though. I have a bunch of shit to say about that planet. Oh my god.
Honestly, they just fucking started there.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
Like. Okay, something that, like, if he just woke up on that planet, like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
I'm like, I would have been down with that.
Yeah.
Everything else just sort of felt like, okay, let's get to this point.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, okay, so back to, like, that entire beginning, they're just fucking rushing through. And also, maybe it was the screen I was at, but, like, that whole scene with the dad dying, was it really shitty green screen?
Yeah.
Like
I thought I was
like the green was surrounding like everyone, right?
Dude, I just saw that scene where they're looking out on the cliff, and I was like, they're not on a cliff.
Yeah, like very clearly, like, and I'm like, okay, like you telling me, like, okay, like it is hard to get natural lighting. I know that.
No, my thing is that they just didn't want to travel to a cliff for one scene.
Maybe, but like, dude, like we are in 2017, and you are one of the highest grossing like movie companies ever. Get some decent fucking green screen effects. That's
bullshit. What I said about Wonder Woman.
There was nothing that bad about Wonder Woman.
Yeah, there is.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
The villain.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay. I meant like green screen wise.
Green screen wise.
Yeah, there was. I don't remember.
I don't think I've seen anything that bad as in that one scene. It just. Oh man.
I was constantly like, is this the screen? Am I crazy? Do I know nothing about green screen effects? I don't. But
I'm glad you brought that up, because when I saw that, I was like, this looks fake, but I don't want to. But I'm not an expert.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm saying, I'm by no means.
Okay, so the fact that we both saw it, means that, okay, this was shitty.
It was just a constant thing throughout the movie, like, and I'm wondering, like, what happened? Because I don't think any other, like, this isn't the first Marvel movie to have green screen. All of them have it.
What?
Blowing my fucking mind right now with that shit. Like, no other Marvel movie.
You're saying that Mark Ruffalo didn't gain like 30 tons just so he could play Hulk
and paint himself completely green?
Yeah.
Like, no other Marvel movie looks like this, especially one like so heavily marketed.
Dude, I haven't seen this bad CGI since fucking Spider-Man.
Oh.
I love Spider-Man.
Oh, jeez. And that was like in 2001.
2002.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I saw this article on Facebook again. Like, Facebook is just ripe with. And, like, I saw an article that called Hela one of the best Marvel movie villains. And you know what? Fucking no. Okay.
I mean, she looks cool.
She did look cool. I didn't like that she felt the need to do this. Like, I thought it was a cool effect when she did it.
The horns?
Yeah, like when she like did it, like she was pulling back her hair.
Oh.
I thought it was cool the first time. But the fact that she like kept taking, like, does she do that same thing to take it off? Does she go like, does she put it backwards, or
the helmet,
is she constantly like with it? Like that just ruined kind of my immersion of it.
It was hella dumb.
I hate it so much.
I'm on a roll today, man. I'm feeling it.
Okay, like. Maybe there was a good villain in there somewhere, because like there were cool themes towards the end that didn't get fully realized, but which we'll get to. But like she was basically this dumb monologuing like nothing character.
Well, the reason that I hate her again, it sort of has to deal with the tone problem, because she gives like this whole monologue about how, yeah, me and my dad killed a lot of people and I'm the rightful heir of the throne. And this guy's like, look, man, I don't know who you are, but you need to get the fuck out of our town. And she's like, did you not just listen to anything? I'm like,
dude, like,
I mean, come on, you're the villain, you're the bad guy. I'm not saying that all bad guys need to be like super serious, but you can't give a fucking serious monologue and then just be like joke.
Especially talking about how like just how like you killed a whole bunch of people.
You're a straight murderer, and you're gonna hear.
I guess they thought because they established her as a tough person because she broke the hammer pretty early on, which again would have been cool if they didn't spoil that in trailers.
Oh yeah.
I hate they always like jobbing out is important in movies like this, but don't fucking spoil. I would have been much more. What?
How I feel about that is that I was interested on the trailer because like she broke the hammer, but don't set. But if you do it in the trailer, don't set it up in the movie. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they clearly set it up to where you're supposed to be surprised by it. Like I know what you mean. Like just do it.
Like again, it shouldn't have been like they when she grabs the hammer in the actual movie, it pauses and it's like, oh no, like no, she should have just grabbed it, or I would just fucking knock that shit out of the way, or just punch it and then break it.
That would have been cool too.
Or just anything different than the trailer.
I guess that's just boiled down to the guys who make the trailers are different than the guys who make the movie. So
actually, I'll bring that up in a little later. Something they did change from the trailer that I kind of like. But not it's not poignant right now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get to it. So we got in the movie like Thor and Loki get their shit kicked in by the big bad. They get sent away, and again, like one thing about this dumbass movie. All of the plots were held together the plot was basically held together by dumbass contrivances on why a person couldn't leave a particular area. So like it was all like, oh man, let's go ravage the universe. Like, oh, you can't. Fucking Idris Elba took the sword. Well, why didn't I thought she just didn't know about the sword because they kind of showed they kind of panned the camera towards it in a way that like, oh, she forgot it or she didn't know about it. But since Idris Elba just took it, I makes think like. And she was like, "Where's the sword?" I'm like, "You didn't. Why didn't you get it? You know how important that thing is." Like,
she figured she would get it later.
I mean, that's so dumb. So again, like, only reason Hela can't go is because someone else stole the sword because she was stupid enough to forget it. Thor, literally, only reason he can't leave that planet, he's got a dumb thing on his neck that can, for some reason, tame a god. That can, for some reason, tame a god.
I mean. Gods aren't even that fucking.
Apparently not.
I mean Loki's. I feel like everybody just gets titled God in this movie.
Oh yeah, like gods, like they mean nothing.
Yeah, at this point.
They're basically like they've established constantly. That's another thing that pissed me the fuck off. Maybe something happened in another movie, or like maybe I missed something. But I was really annoyed by how they established that the Hulk was significantly stronger than all of them, but in the movie they fought and Thor handled it pretty well. You know what I mean? Yeah, like Thor couldn't beat Hulk in the first Avengers movie with the hammer, but now he is able to beat Hulk pretty easily without it.
Well, apparently the hammer doesn't mean shit either.
Yeah,
because it's like, oh, he said I was worthy too, and I murdered tons of people, so it really doesn't matter.
They've kind of ruined pretty much all the lore with the hammer.
Well, at this point, they're like, fuck it, let's just go.
Yeah, they were kind of putting through. So that brings us to the middle of the second act. All of it was worthless. Like, none of it needed to happen. It was one gigantic plot device. It didn't like, none of that planet mattered. First off, Jeff Goldblum fucking phoned it in. I don't want to see any adorable little tweets like, oh, Jeff Goldblum is so precious. And I'm like, no.
Everybody says that.
Yeah, like I know everyone's. I'm looking at him like, yes, that is indeed Jeff Goldblum, being Jeff Goldblum up there. What the fuck else? Like, that's not entertaining inherently. Maybe it's because I don't know Jeff Goldblum too well, or like.
Have you not seen Jurassic Park?
I have seen Jurassic Park. Was he in that?
Yeah.
Oh,
the first one.
Oh, okay. Famously, it's been a while. That's like again, it's a movie past my time.
I'm disappointed in you, Joe.
I mean, I've seen it, and it's a good movie. It's a great movie. Just like
if you want to be talking bad about Jeff Goldblum, if you'd actually remember that movie.
Whatever. The point is, Jeff Goldblum was just like whatever in the movie. He didn't matter to. He was basically just a hindrance. Again, this movie had like 3 villains. It was like they had like Hela. Jeff Goldblum was like a very big antagonist throughout that entire thing.
Yeah.
The Hulk kind of himself was weirdly kind of like a conflict.
I don't get the Hulk in this movie because it seemed like he had calmed down a lot after the fight.
Yeah.
But he didn't change. He
didn't change back at all, even though like, I don't know. He's like, I'm not familiar with the comics at all. Does Hulk having his own personality a thing?
Oh, dude, I don't even fucking know.
That I thought that was weird. That like he was all like, "Oh, the Hulk took over. The Hulk was in charge." I thought the Hulk was just you losing your shit.
I think sort of. I think they were sort of going with like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of.
Yeah,
deal.
Definitely.
But I mean, the Hulk has never had like his own. He's just a dumb brute.
Yeah, like that's really like because they established in this movie that like it's all like, no, you Banner's friend, not Hulk friend. I'm like, so like
like, dude, I mean, we fucking saved the world like all, like twice.
That was funny though. Whenever like Thor was like, oh, fucking hate Banner. Like I like you, Hulk, and then like Banner was like, he's like, you just want the Hulk. Like no, I love you. I hate the Hulk. That was.
Fuck that guy.
There was so seldomly any like good jokes.
Mm-hmm.
But that one was one of the good ones. But like basically like he gets trapped on this again like aesthetically pleasing planet.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool planet. It's cool looking.
Something else I like is that they had an 80s synth track during the time, like when they were escaping that planet.
Oh yeah, that was
I was
cool.
like, yeah, I'm feeling it. This works a lot better than in that other shitty movie that came out, Death Nut or something like that.
Well, about music.
Yeah.
I did hate the use of that one song. It's so overdone. The one that goes like the one that they use at the beginning and the end.
Something that I do appreciate though is having a fight scene to an entire song. Like they don't really do that anymore. I mean, especially with the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, let's just play this song for 1 minute.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But
at the very least, it's like, okay, you got a song and you're playing it, and they're fighting to the song. I'm down with that. But I do understand what you mean. Like whenever they want to. I mean, I think Shrek 3...
Yeah, I guess that's exactly what I was going to point out. Like, you cannot
in.
use that song because Shrek 3 used that to parody. Now, you can't expect me to take it seriously in your actual fucking...
Honestly, I feel like Shrek 3 is the movie that made that song used in other movies.
That's true.
Oh, wow, how awesome would it have been if he's like, I'm not just a god, I'm an all-star. It's like, hey now, you're an all-star. Game on, go play.
Oh, that'd be... the best. But again, like narratively speaking, like that entire section in that planet was just to keep Thor away from Asgard.
Yeah.
Because that's like...
Yeah, I hate... This actually reminds me of another movie, Valerian.
And the you saw that?
Planets. Yeah. Something that happens in that movie a lot is that whatever's going on at the moment is just a hindrance for them to get to... Like, what they're doing is irrelevant. It's sort of like, okay, we need to do this so we can get back to the real plot.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate it when a movie does that. Like, yeah, this is aesthetically pleasing.
And Thor did it for 66% of the movie.
Yeah. Like, in this planet, like, oh yeah, this planet looks nice. But this isn't the plot.
Yeah, like
we need to get out of here so we can find the plot.
Yeah, it's like, exactly, like Thor, pretty much that entire section of the movie was Thor going like, we need to get back to what fucking matters. Because again, none of that mattered.
And if you just cut off like the very beginning of this movie, and like he just fucking wakes up on this planet, he's like, "What the fuck's going on here? I need to get back home." Okay, the plot is getting home.
Yeah.
And once you do that, oh shit, this other bitch took over. Now it's like, okay, it doesn't feel like you're being taken away from the plot. It feels like this is the plot, and then twist. And then you go from there.
Like through maybe they met Loki and like he said like, don't you remember this thing happened, and then they told us that.
Oh, yeah.
That would have worked much better because like then suddenly like getting the Hulk and leaving the planet would be the plot. You're right.
Yeah, but the plot is just like, okay, I need to get me and my friend the fuck off of here.
Yeah.
That's it. This is the plot. We're here, and then when you get that twist, like, okay, I don't feel like I was taken away. I didn't feel like what I'm watching is bullshit. I don't feel like what I'm watching is just a waste of my time.
Like that too. Also, like if you had the scene where, again, admittedly cool when they were fighting in the teleporter, when they launched him back and he got trapped in the garbage planet, and like if you cut from that immediately to like the ending, again, works just fine.
Yeah.
That whole thing like that is just so like not necessary. And Hulk. Like because the only thing you could possibly argue was the reason is that that the Hulk was there. And okay, fine, you have that he cares, even though again they never really had a tender moment.
Yeah.
I never once bought that they were actually friends, even though they think of like how Civil War was dedicated completely to like Tony Stark and Captain Cap's fucking bromance. Yeah. Like all of Civil War was just them looking each other longly in their eyes, like.
You know what I thought would have been really cool?
Yeah.
Is this was happening during Civil War?
No, like didn't it happen like 2 years after? Or?
I don't know when. I don't know.
I feel like they did say when it was taking place.
They said Age of Ultron 2.
Yeah.
Was 2 years ago.
Yeah, they said Age of Ultron was 2 years. So yeah, I mean, so when did Civil War take place after Age of Ultron?
Let me Google it. You might have to.
I'll just keep giving my grievances, but yeah.
Yeah.
So like yeah, like Bruce Banner and Thor never had a moment to connect.
Yeah.
I never cared about them as friends versus like Tony Stark and what's his name, Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Josh, he's a fucking American hero. You will respect him.
Oh, okay.
Fucking words, you know.
But yeah, like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers had this very, really well established friendship. That so I cared when they were at odds with each other. Thor and Steve Banner, Banner or Banner?
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner, my bad. There's so many fucking Steves. Like so Thor and Bruce.
Who's Steve Banner?
I don't know.
It's got to be like a real.
No,
person,
Steve Bannon is the racist fuckface on Trump's cabinet. Like he's the one who's in charge of Breitbart. We won't get into that. But I never once cared about Thor and Banner's relationship because they never had a moment where like, oh yeah, we are friends or anything like that. Like in fact, they had a whole joke, while admittedly was funny, was dedicated to how Thor didn't really give a shit. He was only ever talking to him for his cause to help Asgard.
Yeah.
Which further showed we aren't at fucking Asgard right now. We are wasting time. And it's nonsense. Especially like Thor and so the Hulk. So there's not really an emotional connection to Thor trying to get Hulk back. There isn't. So the only thing this movie has left is that Hulk needs to help him fight Hela.
Yeah.
But
because Asgard's in hella trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it works a lot better if you just cut out the whole part of the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Thor is in this random planet, and he sees Hulk. Like, what the fuck is Hulk doing here on this random-ass planet?
Which I don't think they said. Like,
they said, apparently the spaceship that at the end of Age of Ultron sent him into fucking space. And he landed, like, what the fuck? He landed on a... That doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god.
Why did that happen? But, again...
It was and so like the only argument because there's no emotional connection to Thor and Banner like friendship. So all you have is he needed him to fight Hela, and when they got to that big climactic battle, he did it. Hulk stupidly fought the big.
Okay. Civil War takes place about a year after Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay.
Like, how cool would it have been though if this just happened at the same time as Civil War? Like, oh hey, where is the Hulk? And Thor during Civil War. Why isn't that happening? Like, okay, this is what's fucking happening during Civil War.
Speaking of lazy while going on shit, I love how they lazily wrote off Thor's girlfriend.
Oh my god, I fucking hated that.
Dude,
like, wouldn't it be again? Like, nobody fucking asked. What happened to Natalie Portman?
Well, I'm annoyed because like all of his movies were centered around her. And like so the way they get rid of her it's just like, oh, she dumped you, like, no, we had a mutual agreement. And I'm like, dude, the last two movies were quite literally dedicated to you trying to be with her, and you're just gonna throw her away like that? That's not like that further
Natalie Portman deserves better.
That further like shows disconnect of Thor's character. Thor doesn't have a solid character.
Yeah.
But so like back to like what I was saying, like, yeah,
how the fuck do they know about her then? Was this like a thing in the media?
Yeah. Was it in Asgard News? Was it in the newspaper over there in Asgard? It was all extra.
This happened in the real world though. Well, like apparently they were like the celebrity it couple and shit.
Extra, read all about it. Thor gets his ass dumped.
By Natalie Portman.
But so Hulk gets there. He's a total non-factor in the fight.
Yeah.
Like he like fights the dog. The dog kind of hands his ass to him. He like, really like it didn't matter.
Actually, I want to bring this up too. Is that we've talked a lot about with the thing that I hate most about this movie. It doesn't let his characters be cool.
Yeah, you're right.
Like you know, Mark Ruffalo jumps off like, yo, let me show you, dude, why I'm here. And he instead of turning to the Hulk, just falls on his face.
Also, like,
and I laughed at that because it looked kind of funny. But again, why didn't it work when it works every other time?
Because they never there was never any time for them to be. Like,
he can fucking control it.
Yeah, now
in fucking the first Avengers.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like I'm always angry. So did he intentionally hit the floor?
My problem with that was how predictable it was too. Like I don't know about you, but like the minute like he looked at the what was the girl's name? The drunk that didn't matter.
Oh, I want to bring her up again.
Yeah, we're gonna. But like
when she first comes out, I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, like this is a new cool shit.
Well, no, because when she comes off, backpedaling again. So when she first comes out when Thor first hits the planet, she comes out of her spaceship.
It's called the Trash Planet, like that's essentially
Trash
what it was.
Planet.
Yeah.
You Google the girl's name.
Yeah, I'm sure it has a name, but we don't fucking care.
Yeah, Google the girl's name because I care more about her. She fucking rolls out, drinking a 40, tosses it off the spaceship, and I'm like, hell yeah, this girl's fucking cool. And then she drunkenly falls off of the spaceship, and then she awkwardly gets up, and I was like, oh my god, I was so fucking hyped for this girl to be here, and now you just ruined it.
You're completely right. Like I said in the beginning, like there was never a cool tone established to make these jokes work. Like another thing, even when Thor kind of got a taste of his thunder power when fighting Hulk, it was immediately undermined that like he got zapped and Hulk beat the shit out of him. I'm like, okay, cool. So you have the powers of unlocked gods, but a stupid little machine on a clear, impoverished planet. Like, well, I mean,
electrocute.
Yeah, electric. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Oh my god, this movie's so stupid. I hate this movie.
Yeah, the god of thunder. I never once heard thunder. And again, when Thor escapes, he throws the ball out the window, comes back, hits him in the face, and then he gets up and proceeds to do the cool thing.
Yeah.
And burst out like, okay, I get you want to be a jokey tone, but why is it that you can't just have a cool moment?
Dude, like, yeah, there wasn't any time. Even, like...
Because, like, there are plenty of scenes where you can use jokes. You have jokes throughout this entire movie, but there was never a moment where it's like, yes, that guy is cool.
I'm reminded of, like, what made me think about it was in the Age of Ultron, where, again, not a perfect movie, but, like, it got toned just fine. Like, where in the beginning when they had this big action scene where everyone's working together, beating the shit out of these guys, and it's so cool, and you're like, God, look at all of them. We're so fucking cool. And then, like, after they had established they're all fucking cool, they had Captain America being like, hey, don't swear. It was funny because they just established that these guys are badasses, but he's like a little prude that doesn't want you cussing. I
don't know. I feel I have a lot of problems with that. I actually didn't even like Captain America's personality so much in that movie because there's a lot of times where instead of just being the straight-laced guy, he was like the wisecracker as well.
Oh yeah.
But again, yeah, I feel like everybody's personalities were so well defined in the first Avengers movie, and as time goes on, they all just sort of muddle together.
Yeah.
Because you got, in the first Avengers movie, you got Captain America. He's, the straight-laced soldier who does things by the book.
Yeah.
You got Tony Stark. He's a fucking loose cannon, but he's also a wisecracker.
Philanthropist playboy, bro.
Yeah. Like, you got Thor. Thor is not from this world, but he's still sort of. He's like a big dumb dude who swings a hammer. That's like his personality. And as time goes on, they're like, oh no, they're all wisecrackers.
Yeah, you're right.
And in this one, Thor's like, okay, I know the Thor movies were perfect, but now he's just another wisecracker. He's not that dumb dude swinging a hammer. He's just a jokey.
And it just didn't fucking work, all right? Like,
did you Google that girl's name? Though?
Yeah, Valkyrie.
So I fucking love her. She's awesome. I like her British accent.
Okay.
And also that she's dark skin tone.
It's definitely cool. It's definitely cool to see. It's why who else is cool?
Again, they don't ever really let her be cool.
Yeah, I know exactly. She was definitely a highlight of the movie. I liked how she had they could they could have given her own movie. Yeah. For how much baggage she had that they didn't explore. The whole she was a drunk, she lost all of her fucking people to. Oh my god! I can't stress enough.
Oh man, remember when Tony Stark was a drunk? That was great.
Oh yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, that was when he had character.
Yeah,
and he wasn't like everybody else.
I think he had character in Homecoming. I liked him in Homecoming as that father figure. They definitely all have more character than Thor, because I still think that Captain America has this new this new edge to him now that he's officially betrayed Avengers for Bucky. So I'm looking forward to what they do with that, because they can't keep him wisecracking with Bucky. He's definitely I'd be furious if he was.
Well, Bucky's on ice right now.
Yeah. What?
Oh, don't you remember the end of Civil War? the end
Oh
credit scene, they put him on ice.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my god. He's gonna be fucking wisecracking with T'Challa.
Dude, they showed a fucking trailer for Black Panther. Looks fucking dope, but I'm not letting my hopes get high because my hopes, like, pretty much every movie I have high hopes for disappoints me.
Yeah.
I had high hopes for this one, like for Thor, and that just ruined me. And
well, it definitely looks a lot more fun than it actually is.
Yeah, I can't, dude. And also, my boy Vince Staples, rapper, coming up in the game, released one of his most like experimental albums, and I'm like, dude, you have all this buzz right now. All you need to do is make a fantastic, accessible album, and you'd break the glass ceiling. So he makes one of his most inaccessible albums yet, and that shit was on 2 trailers. Like they used Bag Back, which is dope, in Black Panther, and they used War Ready on Pacific Rim Uprising. Oh. Horrible fucking title, but that's true. So I'm like, my boy Vince. It's dope, all right? I'm just giving a shout out to that guy.
Well, you have against Pacific Rim Uprising.
I mean, I haven't even seen the first Pacific Rim.
It's not that good.
Yeah. But Pacific Rim Uprising is a horrible title. That I would have preferred just Pacific Rim 2, but Uprising is up there with Revelation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Revelation or Resurgence.
Origins.
Or yes, this is the worst thing you can have as a fucking, like, what's the word for it? A subtitle?
Yeah. No, and I guess
there's a better word for it, but I can't even think of it at the time. But Valkyrie.
That's almost as bad as Medea.
My friend desperately wanted to see that. I was like, I actually lost my mind during that movie because I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one. Yeah. In the first Boo Medea, there's a scene where they're partying in a frat house.
Yeah.
And the rapper Tyga, currently one of the most garbage rappers working, shows up. And I can think 2 things only. One, this is the only rapper they could fucking afford. Like, because Tyga's definitely not doing anything because he's been producing some of the worst soul albums and mixtapes ever.
I haven't heard him since Rack City.
Yeah. Oh my God, no. He's been consistently making projects since then, and no one gives a shit.
Oh.
The only time he ever charts remotely high is when he's kind of grouped up with Chris Brown, and that's you don't want that kind of image. So that's one thing. 2, fucking think ahead of what your appearances says about who you are.
Yeah.
Because Tyga, again, who puts himself as this big time rapper, he's not, but he presents himself as such.
Yeah.
And in this movie, you're just showing up at random frat parties. I legit started cracking up at how little attention was paid to his image and this appearance to the movie. I was just losing my mind. You know what else did that? There's this one song. There's a song called "Come Get Her" by Ray Stremmerd.
Yeah.
And the plot of the music video is that it's a country music bar, and the guy who runs the bar is like, "Hey, I hear you represent Ray Stremmerd," and it's this country dude. I'm not sure if he's real or not.
Yeah.
But it was all like, Ray Stremmerd. Yeah, if you can get him from my bar, it'd be really great. I really need it right now. So then it's funny because you're expecting a country artist, but these rappers show up, and they're rapping about strippers and shit, and then it's a joke. But all I'm thinking is you guys framed yourself as available at the on the dime to some shitty bar that again is not your main demographic. How not well are you guys doing? You're hey, Ray Stremmerd, famous ass rap groups with #1 hits. You want to hit up a fucking country bar right now? Are you busy?
I just want to have same scenario except for a bar mitzvah. Yo, can we get Ray Stremmerd? We couldn't get anyone else.
I think that was pre Black Beatles, so they weren't as big a thing. You've heard Black Beatles, right?
Probably. I don't know.
No, that's not. That's Come Get Her. It was that girl is a real crowd pleaser. Yeah, dope track.
I thought it was crowd pleaser.
Yeah, I know. As I said, crowd pleaser.
No, I thought the song was called crowd pleaser.
No, it's called Black Beatles. They say in the beginning Black Beatles in the city, and it's and there's no other references to the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
I think they mentioned him wearing John Lennon shades at one point, but John.
Those are just shades at this point.
Yeah, they're not I mean, John Lennon was a known woman beater, So you shouldn't be comparing yourself to John Lennon at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think I remember someone mentioning that like they have a line that goes, "She's a good teaser," which is apparently a reference to a Beatles song.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't care about the Beatles. Off topic.
Well,
So Valkyrie,
uh-huh.
she had a lot of good shit in her in refusing to help Thor and not caring about Asgard, but it was so just glossed over and not like at all paid attention to.
Something that I really hated, when Thor was about to fight and he was talking to Valkyrie and he's like, I think it's cool that you're a woman. And
I was really annoyed by that too. Again, like
he was fucking fighting with a woman on Thor the first movie, and he's like, oh yeah, not that women can be fighters. I mean, yeah, girl power, and it's 21st century. I'm like, dude, yeah, you had a girl
you were fighting
on your crew when all you did was fight. Did you forget about her?
Yeah, I definitely was annoyed by that. Like, honestly,
just how much the first movie Thor doesn't matter.
Yeah, like oh my god, the original, like especially like with Natalie Portman gone, and just like with this Hammer gone, the original Thor movie is basically retcon. Like this honestly feels like the first Thor movie. Like again, I haven't seen Dark World, so I don't know.
You don't need to.
Yeah, but it feels like the very first Thor movie, like a very crucial part to the Phase 1 of Marvel, has been completely retconned. And you know, it's pretty disrespectful to probably one of the better Thor movies. Like, and, but yeah, they should have given. And again, I'm annoyed at like Valkyrie's like role in the movie in general because they basically her whole point was basically the new love interest of Thor. Because they definitely didn't pay much attention to her backstory. Yeah. It was something that was very glossed over. And
we had a flashback, and that flashback looked great for like the 2 seconds it was up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, man, what was the movie about that? Like, why couldn't they resurrect all of the Valkyries? Or like, maybe they found an underground unit, or would have been cool. Like, as long as you were having Idris Elba uselessly walk around with refugees, maybe they also found a refugee camp of some remaining Valkyrie. That would have been cool too.
Or fuck it, since like you were like. You broke out of that weird shit. Just go back in time. Fuck it.
Yeah. Oh my. That was weird too. Has he always been able to just connect to Idris Elba like that?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Because that was weirdly like, are you there or not? It seems you guys could communicate much better and think of much better battle strategies if you just did that all the time. Because I don't think they ever, at least again, I'm missing a whole movie. Like I don't think they ever.
Dude, again, you don't fucking need the Dark World. It's the worst Thor movie.
Oh Jesus, dude.
It sucks.
Well, I mean, like I need to make sure my PS3 doesn't turn off.
Yeah.
But wow, we're just saying. So I can't imagine Dark World being worse than this. Like, what do you think? Do you think Dark World's worse than Ragnarok?
It's been a while, but I remember hating that movie.
Yeah.
There was nothing redeemable about it. At least, I mean, again, there's nothing redeemable here. But I enjoyed watching it in the theaters during the hour and a half period. Or actually, no, I think it was like 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
During the period I was in the theater, I enjoyed myself. When I left and actually thought about the movie, yeah, a lot of problems started coming up, and I don't like this movie as much as I did when I was watching it. But with Thor: The Dark World. Again, don't remember it. The only thing I remember is the fact that, dude, this movie sucks. Even when I was first watching it in theaters, I didn't like it.
So we move into the final. They're finally out of worthless trash planet. We move forward to third act, and I like if I had to give this movie credit, it picked up in the third act.
Yeah.
It felt like again because we were back on track. Like all of like the second part and on the planet felt like useless filler.
Yeah.
So now that we're back on track and like there was actually like a tone, because like I guess like the fight with Hela was okay.
I mean, Thor fucking lost an eye. I didn't see that
coming. Oh yeah, that was like I always enjoy.
It's definitely one of the strongest third acts in the movie because like, okay, it didn't feel predictable. It didn't feel like, all right, people are just getting tossed around and nobody's really getting hurt.
Oh, you know what else was awful? Like that new guy who commanded the gate, who never said anything. The bald guy with the tattoos on his head.
Oh yeah.
Like discount shitty older Aang from Avatar LA.
The thing that bothered me at that point is like, okay, you're doing all these things to quote unquote subvert.
Yeah.
The genre you're in, but when you present a very cliche character, and I'm thinking, hey, wouldn't it be cool if this dude doesn't turn out to be a good guy, and he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just full on bad. Yeah, let's go. and then they don't do it.
Yeah, they just like, oh, here's his redemption. You're supposed to care. You're supposed to like, oh, he's a good guy. Like, no, he didn't even say anything.
Again, that was just like, okay, out of all the things that you're gonna ruin about, okay, you're not gonna let characters be cool because every other movie's gonna let them be cool. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna I don't know fucking what else. But again, and then you're presented with this very cliche character, and you're expecting like, okay, maybe they won't do what I'm expecting because they never do, and then they do it. It's like, what the fuck is your problem then? Why even do any of the shit that you did?
Mm-hmm. So that was all worthless. The Hulk again was not a factor in the battle. Like nope. he served as only a thing to get rid of the dog. But again, you could just cut the dog because the dog didn't serve any purpose.
I'm sure I'm gonna laugh my ass off because like when they show the dog in the painting, it's like this fucking demon.
Yeah.
And when it actually pops up, it just looks like a regular wolf.
It's like a gigantic dog.
Oh my God,
it looks like it looked like how in South Park they would like get gerbils. Did you see Ninjago? Mm-mm. The one good joke in Ninjago. There was literally only one good joke because that movie was terrible. Mm-hmm. It was one of the worst kids movies to come out this year. Okay, so they establish that there's an ultimate weapon. Mm-hmm. It's the most powerful weapon ever, and it's clearly a laser pointer.
Yeah.
So they're going with like, okay, so it's gonna melt shit, and like they're gonna make it the same thing with the Craggle where it served its purpose, and with Crazy Glue. So the character has like the ultimate weapon to use, and the theme is that he's not responsible to use it. Yeah. So he shoots a laser at him, and it doesn't do anything because it's a laser pointer. Mm-hmm. So they're like, what the fuck? So it turns out the laser pointer acts as a thing to summon a fucking cat, like a live action cat, and he starts fucking demolishing all of the shit. Mm-hmm. That was funny because that played like with expectations. It was the only good joke because then they would go on a journey that took the whole fucking movie, and the entire time like, is the cat just chilling? Like, if the cat like is a big whatever. That's not what we're talking about here. But yeah, the dog looked like a shitty insert that South Park or Ninjago would have done. Yeah. That it was taken care of really easily by the Hulk when he kind of just jumped on it and fell off the bridge. Yeah. And then that was it. The dog did not matter anymore, so you could have just cut that out. And then, like, the Hulk...
Like, dude, I was just fucking waiting for him to rip the fucking dog's mouth off apart. Because that reminds me of, like, King Kong.
Yeah.
Just them being like, dude, if they do this, I'm down. Yeah, but nope, they can't do that to a doggo.
The Hulk even... like inhibited like the thing because he started fighting Ragnarok for a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, and so they were like, oh shit, he's gonna ruin it. Maybe that'll play with expectations
again.
Now.
Well, to be fair, the trailer had it like, oh man, it's gonna be this big old battle between Thor and Ragnarok was like, no, okay, that worked.
Yeah, you think
they
so?
Changed, or because the trailer shows like, oh my god, Hulk's like fucking jumping, he's about to fucking smash, and then boom, trailer ends.
Yeah.
And then, okay, you're expecting that to be like the main event of the fight, and then it cuts off. Like, okay, that kind of works. And something else I kind of like in the trailer is that
it was a great trailer. We can agree on that.
Yeah. Well, when they're walking up with like Loki and Valkyrie and Thor and the Hulk, like Thor has his eye open and Valkyrie's not in her costume. So they changed that. It's like, okay, I like that. I'm glad that they didn't give that away.
Yeah, that's definitely good. They should definitely do that more, where they should have trailer exclusive shots.
Yeah.
And then like when they make the movie, not change literally everything, just present a better shot, like of the same thing. Like again, like show them just together, but like in the new shot, like have the actual thing. So you're like, that was in the trailer, but it's different, so it doesn't ruin it. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So like Ragnarok ends up being nothing, and like the Hulk fighting it was actually treated as just a joke. Like, oh, look at that dumb Hulk. Look at that dumb little Hulk doing a thing he's not supposed to be doing.
Another thing I like is that, oh, we're not supposed to stop Ragnarok. We're actually supposed to let it happen. Like,
I mean,
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, that was that. I enjoyed.
And it wasn't. I didn't feel like it was a forced twist.
Yeah, I did enjoy the whole idea that your people matter more than the land.
Yeah.
And like that he made the necessary sacrifice and did what mattered. But I would have appreciated more if the movie had earned it. Like maybe
like if the whole movie wasn't just get back to the plot.
If that was the theme of the movie, like maybe in the beginning if Thor had like chosen saving all of the land and couldn't, and resulted in more damage done than necessary, and couldn't save the person, like if he had learned that lesson, at the end on a grander scale that would have made it mean something.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't happen. It was all just so like the theme was completely lost.
Yeah.
I did like it. It subverted my expectations. It was better than like them just like using some Deus Ex Machina to defeat the enemy.
Like in Wonder Woman.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you that the third act fucking ruined Wonder Woman. I swear I'm not. I'm just saying the movie's probably not as bad as you're making. Wonder Woman's not as bad as he's making it out to be. It's a very strong movie.
What would you rate it?
Wonder Woman? If I had I guess a 7.
I wouldn't rate it above a 5.
That's a solid 7.
Maybe a 4.
Like I'm not gonna like I would be like a straight 8 like if it wasn't for like a straight 8 a straight 8 if it wasn't for completely narratively destroying like.
I think that's the difference between you and me because you're like it was perfect up until that point. It's like I hated the first 15 minutes of that movie.
I thought the first 15 minutes was great. I thought it was some good build up.
I thought it was terrible action. I thought the part where they explained the villain was boring and contrived.
Yeah, I can give you that. I can give you that. But I liked how they established early on the big, brutal like gladiator, and then like after she trains, like she beats that gladiator. And it was cool. I thought it was cool. But whatever.
The motion was dumb.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that part where like they jump off the horse and do like fucking 5 spins before they whip the soldiers was dumb.
I want to just
we need to do one on Wonder Woman, dude.
Yeah, we should. Like we like.
Why would you want on Thor? Ragnarok?
It's the more like
the more relevant.
Yeah, the more relevant thing right now because it's still like probably number 1 of the box office right now.
Oh.
So another theme that got lost that I've read up on is that like they're like given the father and the whole thing there was themes of colonialism in it. And they're in there. Like colonialism, revisionist history, they're in there. Definitely. Like the whole, like with the...
Well, my question is, why the fuck did they build a second ceiling instead of just painting? Like, is that a magic ceiling or...
I don't know. That was weird. You're right. Like, I know people are giving, like, a lot of credit to the line where, like, even the gold you sit on is a result of the slaughter of thousands. And I thought, like, okay, this is a good theme. Again, not earned. Because this wasn't what the movie was about. You just kind of threw it in there.
And at the end, the father still ended up being kind of a good guy.
Yeah, like they never really demonized his father at all.
He puts on an eye patch in commemoration of his father.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been cool if maybe like...
I don't know, he just got like a pirate's eye patch?
Yeah, like I think I think he's... like because I think there was supposed to be some theme of also like he didn't want to be like his father because he never wanted to be king.
Yeah.
But he was like thrusted into it, and that's what the eye thing represented. Again, not earned. I can't like stress enough.
I thought it represented him like, yes, I've taken the place of my father, and I'm okay with it. Like, dude, your father was an asshole.
Yeah, like, your father was definitely a dick, and I don't think you've acknowledged it because that's what they were definitely going for. They wanted to be like, hey, sometimes people you interpreted as good did some shitty things in the past, and you need to educate yourself and learn about that. It's a good message. I completely agree with it. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. Either definitely it's mirrors what's happening now with like Confederate monuments and stuff like that, which is like make what was supposed to make it fall Asgard falling such a powerful moment because it going up in flames represented a dark past of regretful decisions by bigoted and ignorant like former leaders being gone.
I was also disappointed at the very, very ending of Thor Ragnarok when they're like, okay, let's go to Earth now. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted the next Thor movie to be like, okay, let's just go find another planet. Fuck it.
It definitely seems easier because now, like, there's a lot of powerful people on Earth now. It's nonsense. It's not gonna work. Okay, like where are they gonna put all those people?
Well, they're not powerful. Only Thor is.
I mean, but they live in another dimension. They're bound to be, and they're warriors. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
They're.
But yeah, it's kind of like, oh, don't worry, our people will survive. Like, no, they won't. Have you ever been to Earth?
It sucks.
More specifically, America.
You better take them to someplace nice. Don't fucking take them to America.
I don't know. Well, they're like, God. I like how I did like how when Thor's dad died, they went to like the Netherlands or something like that.
Oh yeah,
because like they're Nordic gods. So like, so are the other gods real too? like wouldn't it be like badass if like fucking Jesus shows up and then Thor's like, oh fucking that guy. fucking hate that guy.
Like, oh, that guy was the boss's. That guy was the big boss's son at one point. He was always like, oh, I said I'm gonna come back.
It's like, oh man, this guy's like, yeah, we just got the Netherlands. No fucking everybody loves this motherfucker. I mean, do people in America even care?
Oh my god.
Oh, I also like that how Earth is pretty much just America.
I know, right? I mean, like, they only ever go to other places when there's villains to be fought. Like, they went to the Middle East once to combat people. Like, and that was a little annoying for me, I remember. But usually all of the world's conflicts takes place in America.
More specifically, New York.
Yeah. Like,
like, okay, Earth is New York City.
Where's the Avengers base? Do they establish it? Because it's not in New York. That's where, like, Spider-Man is.
Spider-Man fucking drove. Oh, don't you remember in Spider-Man Homecoming?
You're right.
They fucking drove there from Queens, so it's gotta be close.
I think it's in DC. I think they're based in DC.
Oh.
That makes sense. So the movie's like horrendously not funny. Like, at least in my opinion. This is just from the tone. Narratively, it was broken. Narrative was broken. There was a lot of missed opportunity and unearned themes.
They don't let any of the characters be cool.
Yeah, or like even be characters other than like, because like even Banner was just like this awkward nerd the whole time. He never really got a chance. Like, he never showed any, like, because they at least try to make Banner like cool on his own. Like in the Avengers, when they found him, he was like fucking living in this third world country. He was living amongst the people. He was good to them. He helped them.
Yeah.
Like, even like nerdy ass Banner got his own moments in Avengers, and we just feel so fucking far away from Avengers, dude. Like,
I fucking love. I understand that characters are gonna change over time, but the characters in Avengers were just so well defined, so distinct from each other, that now it kind of feels like, okay, everybody's just trying to be a jokester. Everybody's trying to be a wise.
That's what's like selling. I remember like in Age of Ultron, what was because I think I liked Age of Ultron a lot more than most people did. My favorite scene in that movie was when they all tried to lift Thor's hammer together.
Oh yeah,
that was such a good, because
like that whole party scene was great.
Yeah, it was all very character based.
Because like Don Cheadle was like fucking telling his story about the tank, and like nobody like, so it was just one tank. Like nobody's fucking impressed.
Yeah, it's
like that was good character building.
Yeah, and it's like this,
and they all felt different.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Thor. I know Thor did make a couple of jokes in the first one, like, oh, he's my adopted brother, he's not my real brother. But even in that movie, in Age of Ultron, he still felt like, okay, this guy isn't the jokester, he's not the wise guy, he's just sort of like a goofy big dude.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Norse jock, if you will.
Yeah,
he's a Norse jock.
Exactly, he's a fucking jock.
And like they should have established that more in this movie, because again, like, as long as they were having Banner the nerd. You can. In fact, do you remember that it was almost a promotional video? Like, I think you're the one who showed it to me. The one where it was like,
oh yeah, what was happening during Civil War?
Yeah, where like Thor and Banner were like, he's like, man, Tony Stark's not answering any of my calls. Like, that had better character interaction than Thor
like,
Ragnarok.
He's been trying to get me all the time.
I'm gonna show some of that right now, and like,
it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Dude. He doesn't know how to get in touch with you.
I don't have a phone.
He doesn't have a phone.
Send a Raven. I just start my own team. Team Thor, of course. And it would be me and Daryl. Just us, right, D?
Yep.
But
again, that's what I fucking love about Thor. And that one, he wasn't a wisecracker either.
Yeah,
he was like, hey, let me give living in Earth a try.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, but out of all those things, also, you know what was horrible? That I made, like, he sounds like he was voice acted by a comedian that I don't know, but that fucking like big blue rock dude that he met in the turn, I hated him. He was aggressively not funny. Everything about him was just annoying.
Well, I mean, the only joke was that he doesn't sound like he looks.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, "Hello there, how are you doing?" Like, that's how he sounded.
Let the revolution begin.
Let the revolution begin. Or okay, that joke at the end was like, "Oh, my friend is dead." Oh, he's fine. Like, I thought that was kind of funny. But
I thought the first introduction was like, okay, I see what they're going for here.
Yeah, but it ran into the ground.
Yeah.
That guy was horrendously unfunny. But my biggest problem with this movie was how Loki literally never made sense.
Oh yeah.
Like, his motivations were never clear. because again, like he wanted to rule Asgard. He was doing that just fine.
Yeah, I don't know what Thor's problem was.
Yeah, he was like, it appeared like, I guess because like, why was he mad? Because he stopped Ragnarok. He stopped Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He stopped Ragnarok. I cannot stress enough. He had stopped Ragnarok.
Before it even started.
Yeah, yeah. And then he comes home to Asgard, and, you know, things seem fine. Everything's okay.
Well, because he thought he killed his dad, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But, like, so, like, Loki, he's there. He's running Asgard. Seems to be just fine. They find his dad. Like, he fucking dies, which initiates, like... which initiates, Hela.
Yeah.
So he tells him not to fight Hela. Because
they would be hella dumb.
Yeah, yes.
I think I already used that one.
Yeah,
you can cut it out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cut it out. I want the people watching to know how not funny you are.
It would be hella dangerous.
Face plant. Okay, so he tells him like, don't fight it. It doesn't matter. So then later on, they're on Trash Planet. He's in it with the trash. He's in it with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Again, he seems to be on the helping side of Thor until the end. He betrays Thor again to where Thor easily dispatches of him because
at this point, like,
yeah,
dude, like you've been doing this shit the whole like for 3 movies already.
Yeah, so like
a new trick.
So he betrays Thor. The Resistance finds him, undoes him, and then Loki helps him again and helps him fight Hela. Even in the beginning, he was saying, "Don't fight Hela." He had no reason to fight Hela.
My only thing would be the only reason that I could come to conclusion is that okay, fuck it. Thor made me out to be like this jerk. I'm gonna come back like, hey, I'm the good guy now.
Yeah, and especially since like he helped Thor defeat Hela in the end.
Yeah.
But they had that scene where he passed by the Infinity Cube, or what was it called?
Something like that. Actually, I only stayed for the first ending.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's a second one.
There was. I think like the mid credit theme was just
the spaceship.
Yeah, I think it was Thanos' ship.
Dude, I'm so like fuck Thanos already.
Yeah, dude.
I don't give a shit.
I know.
I don't know. There's this meme going around. I don't know. Like wait for Infinity War. Like dude, fuck Infinity War.
Yeah,
I'm done. I've been done since fucking. No, before Suicide Squad.
Oh, dude.
Because before even Wonder Woman, which, you know, to be fair, is the best DC movie, but I didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
But even fucking for a year already, I've been done. I don't even...
Oh, dude.
What was the movie that made me done? Because even... I remember even thinking, like, at Suicide Squad, like, after this, I'm done. I think it might have been Doctor Strange.
Yeah?
Because here's the thing. Like, I think Doctor Strange, everyone was so impressed by it. And it was like, oh my god, look at those effects, look at those... graphics so great, and I was just so unimpressed. I was wondering, like, why am I so unimpressed with this movie with the cool special effects? And I realized, like, I'm just fucking done at that point.
I feel you. I'm definitely like, I at this point I'm sticking to it because I've invested so much time into it. Like, I want to be on record here saying that Infinity Wars are gonna be disappointing. Like, it's just like it's just a fact that Infinity Wars is not gonna live up to expectations. Mm-hmm. It's just not. And like Thanos has been built up as this unseen be-all end-all force that there's no way when he shows up and fucking Spider-Man is saying his doofy little fucking like one line.
Chili dog.
Yeah. Tom Holland would make a great Sonic the Hedgehog.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go like, oh, I got some fast. Like, but like, there's no way because like, especially since they've established like Tom Holland as such like a goofball, and it's supposedly I've never read them, but apparently Spider-Man plays a huge role in the Infinity War story. So like there's like I can't possibly take Thanos seriously when they've put such a forefront of comedy in it, and especially since like one of his right hand men, Ronan, got taken out by Chris Pratt being a doofus.
Hey, do you remember that really old movie? What was it? The Avengers?
Like they took out your shit pretty easy, bro. Yeah, there's just no way they're not gonna do Thanos justice. It's not gonna work. All like at this point,
dude, nobody fucking knows who Thanos was before this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Shit came out.
Definitely. What was Galactus is X-Men, right?
Yeah. No, he's not X-Men. He's Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say I think Galactus is more known than Thanos.
Oh.
But like Thanos is definitely up in the forefront because actually that's another thing.
Oh, again, I have another question.
What?
Like, so when Hela is going through that room, she sees the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Or all of a sudden, And she pushes it over and like, fake. Like, so they fucking owe him. Just put a fake Infinity Gauntlet just for like, just to...
He commissioned it to get made.
Yeah,
Like he's like,
yeah.
you make me a fake Infinity Gauntlet. Like,
Just-
what's that, sir? Like,
Just so you can like, I don't know if anybody comes like, oh yeah, my secret underground basement is way cooler than yours. And, like, he can just like use it to dick measure, be like, oh yeah, I got the fucking Infinity Gauntlet.
And they're
With
like,
all the stuff. They're like, oh shit, can I see? Like, yeah, but don't touch it.
it's very easily.
It's too powerful.
It's very easily fucking shoved. Like, it was stupid.
Like, it doesn't even seem like it was solid. I mean, like you could have was it made of aluminum? Do they even have aluminum?
It was like tinfoil wrapped around wrapped around the fucking like roll.
Did you commission it from like a cosplayer or something?
He came to Earth and got it. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, man. Oh, you remember what movie did we go? No, it was when we saw Happy Death Day. I don't think we mentioned it in the Happy Death Day podcast how fucking terrible and forced the Justice League promo looks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna put it up right there. Look at that shit. Look how they forced the logos into letters, and it looks awful and corny.
I don't even remember what it was supposed to say. Like, assemble the league, or you can't do it alone.
You can't save the world alone.
Like,
which is an awful
Wonder
tagline.
Woman did it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very easily. She stopped all of World War One. Literally, all of World War One.
Literally stopped World War One. Superman did it in Batman v Superman.
And Man of Steel.
Yeah. Nobody fucking. I mean, Batman didn't really fucking help it.
Yeah, Batman hasn't done shit. Like, Batman has contributed more to crime than he has saving the world throughout any of these movies.
For the story, you definitely can save the world alone. It's been done before.
Yeah, they've established in this universe alone, you can indeed save the world.
It's fucking hilarious. Because the day we saw Thor Ragnarok, I went to the store with my mom, and I showed her what Aquaman looked like. She's like, "That's what." Like, my mom doesn't fucking care about comics, except like all her knowledge is like fucking, I don't know, 70s like TV shows.
Yeah.
Like that Batman, that Wonder Woman. But then she's like, I thought Aquaman wore orange and was blonde, and I was like, yeah, right. That's the worst fucking Aquaman ever, dude.
This poster makes their costumes look awful. They look so fake, and they look like toys. Like they're like you. I mean, you know, like I think you said. I'm not sure if you said on podcast that you hate the costume design.
Dude, it's so fucking garbage, especially like it just looks unnecessarily metallic.
I think Wonder Woman's like.
Yeah, here's the thing. Wonder Woman's is perfectly fine. The only thing, my only problem is that even though it's like it's got red and blue and gold still has that same color scheme, it's not shiny.
Oh yeah, it feels like it should be shiny. You're right.
Like on the fucking promo for Wonder Woman. Like. It fucking pops out, and he just doesn't in the movie. And I fucking hate the Flash.
Oh, the Flash looks terrible.
I mean, okay, so I've made this comment a lot to you outside of podcast, but there's a TV show on Channel 13 or whatever it is. The Flash.
Yeah.
And that uniform is like just like a leather suit, but it looks fucking fine.
Yeah.
It's a good costume. It's simple. Because it doesn't have to be complicated, and it looks great. And put a picture of this guy up. Okay. Oh, and actually, I'm pretty sure there's like two comparing them. And like,
find a comparison photo. I'll find it.
Okay. And I saw a comparison photo online. Like, hey, no matter how you feel about this, these are our two Flash. I was like, putting them side by side. The TV show one just looked great. It looks awesome. Put it next to this asshole, like, oh, this is the Flash.
Oh, dude.
The real one in the main movie. Like, oh, god damn it.
So bad. You know, like, I guess, like, if I can give Thor Ragnarok any credit, it's like, and I guess it's still not as bad as most of the DC movies.
Valkyrie. Just look at Valkyrie's fucking costume. Oh. It's fucking fine.
Yeah, Valkyrie's. I like Valkyrie's costume a lot. Like, it looked practical. Like, it looked good. It was fine. Oh my god.
And she's British. And also a minority, which is awesome.
You're into that.
I'm into the minority who is also
British.
Yeah, the black girl. Yeah. Who is also British.
Yeah, that's what.
She made me realize how great of a thing that is.
Yeah, I'm glad. It is indeed great. It's very attractive. Shit, man. Just like I feel like again, like I sometimes feel like the asshole, but I really do not see why people are so bent over backwards for this movie. I really can't.
Mhm.
Well,
honestly, I think it's if you just compare it to all the other shit that's come out. I mean, besides Wonder Woman, which I knew you liked.
yeah.
Fucking no DC movie. Yeah, no DC movies even as good as this.
Oh yeah, no, like definitely. So wait, how do you legitimately think that Thor is better than Wonder Woman as a movie?
Thor's honestly, I'd probably put them about the same
Yeah, you think so?
because Wonder Woman is narratively a better movie, but there's
Yeah.
a lot of things that I don't like about it.
Yeah.
And with Thor, you know, as a narrative, it's kind of broken and stuff.
Mm.
But I enjoyed there's only a few points in the movie where I was actually like, oh, god damn it,
Yeah.
why am I watching this?
Uh,
That happened more in Wonder Woman.
I can see that because I think like Wonder Woman was as a story sound, it just kind of killed its theme, versus like versus Thor, which just doesn't work as a story.
But it's pretty.
Yeah, but it's all pretty and colorful, which like most DC movies aren't.
Yeah.
But
Guardians of the Galaxy is the better superhero movie.
oh, definitely. Like I really don't think there has been.
I didn't even fucking like that movie that much.
Really?
Well, the comedy is what ruined it for me.
Oh, and the second one. You talking about the second
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah,
I hate that I have to make that distinction now.
one? I feel you.
Did Wonder Woman come out this year?
Wonder Woman did come out this year. Yes.
Okay, so out of the movies came out this year, I think, Spider-Man Homecoming is definitely the best one in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
definitely
solid all around.
Yeah.
I have my problems with it, but it's still solid all around. Then you got Guardians of the Galaxy 2,
Yeah.
which perfectly fine, just the comedy doesn't work.
We're doing Black Panther. We're
Oh,
fucking doing Black Panther. We should go see Black Panther together, actually.
Oh, dude. Holy shit, I just realized something.
What?
Fucking Justice League comes out this Friday.
What? No way.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Let's do that. Let's do
Dude, let's go down to the local Cinemark.
that.
I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, okay.
Is a we gotta get early screenings for
This-
that shit.
this pod-
What are you doing Thursday? You're not. No, I know. I'm telling you right now, you're going to go see one.
All right, fine. We're doing just. I like how we're making plans to hang out on podcast. Was
Well,
there?
I mean, dude, we have to. I mean, this is Justice League. This movie's gonna be shit.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's gonna ruin the one good character it has.
now you folks know Justice League's next. So is there anything else you want to add?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's not do Justice League next.
No. Let's do
Let's
this.
switch it up.
No.
Let's do one. Like, I don't know. You do anything right now? Watch another movie.
I
Let's do a podcast.
I actually wanted to ask you, like, yo, as long as we aren't doing anything, I want to get.
Dude, yeah, okay. Justice League isn't next.
And all right, so let's see. Well, we're gonna see what we're gonna do. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on Two Friends Plan what they're gonna fucking do for tonight. Like,
That's a new podcast.
yeah, that's a new podcast. It was all like, hey Benya, I wish to go to the mall today. Would you like to go to the mall with me?
Which mall do you want to go to? Because I don't know. How about the outlets? 'Cause
The outlet,
the
yeah.
outlets just opened up, and we need to support our local businesses.
Yes, of course, yes. Nothing supports local businesses like a fucking H&M, like in my town.
You know what? Now that you mentioned this, let's just go to Beef and Burger. Our local,
Our local burger joint.
yeah. Support local businesses.
So yeah, let's end on that note. Support local businesses. Your friends might hate you because you might pick a shitty place, but don't let that discourage you. Support local businesses.
They need the love.
And there we go.